What is up? I have two curry runs today. We got one right now. As you can see, it is not light out, but we might catch an amazing sunrise. I got my hoodie on, I got my hat on. It's pretty cold. Defrosting my windows, so if the sound is awful, I'm sorry. That will get better. First one we are going to is here local, and I'm actually going down to the Driven Dad's neck of the woods. I'm going to be down in Parker picking up a lot of paint. In fact, I tried to get the Curri support team this morning, and even me, I'm questioning this amount of paint. So we will see. It's a lot. And it is going 16 miles for a payout of... I'm not even sure. I think it was right around $50. But then there's another today to go up to Eagle Vale, and that one is about 200 miles, and the pay is on the lower side of my accepting. However, I will say that I am willing to, for the longer rides, accept a little more. Sometimes I might even, like, with this Eagle Vale one, I could have fit a snowboarding day afterwards, but I know there's a little weather up there on Vale Pass, so I just didn't want to get into any kind of commitment and throwing my board in. However, it's one of those examples where excuse me. It's one of those examples where it's, you know, I absolutely could have thrown my snowboard, all my gear in the back, because it is it's 9 items at 9 pounds each. So unless there's some kind of huge, even then, you know. And then I'm going to throw my rack on the top of my car here, not too long from now, probably before Christmas for sure, and start throwing the gear in there. But as you can see, it's dark. This is 6:15 or 6:20 a.m. in Colorado this time of year. It's pretty cold. It's 22 degrees. Not cold for me, but would be cold for some people. But yeah, we're gonna jump on the highway, and I see two people with us. I don't know who you are because I can't see the comments. You guys know when I do these, I don't do the comments while I'm driving. Sometimes I might catch one, but only at a glance. So, but yeah, we're gonna go see. I think I'm going really close. Actually, this is a Sherman-Williams I don't normally go to. I've been there once or twice, but we're gonna go to where the Drivens are, and I think it's pretty close to where. Oh, I just saw Josh B saying "Morning, Lisa." Hey guys. I guess Josh B and I'm guessing Rideshare Lisa are the two with me. What's up? Got a double whammy curry order today, or 2 curry orders. Not stacked, not pressed, not whatever the curry lingo might be. But hey man, I got a curry right now and another one. If you guys stick with me, you might see an amazing sunset, because it does look this is one of those days where we get an amazing sunset every day, or sunrise. Sorry, we get both, but the sunrises are pretty amazing because you're looking east, away from the mountains, so you don't get the blockage there. But it's just cold enough where this is the time of year where the sunrises are just amazing. I'm just normally getting up because the sun rose, not to see it. But so both of these are both scheduled for the same time, by the way. What I did was I took this one first. Now, if I'd have seen the other one, I wouldn't have taken this one. But I also didn't want to call the Curri team and say that I didn't want to take this one. Could they switch me over to the other one? So I took the other one and immediately called and said, hey, does it have to be 7 a.m. pickup? And this is again where that extra mile with Curri comes in, because if you spend that time and call them or email them, and I know to some people it seems like, well, you know, I don't want to do all that. This is one of those rides that would be, it's multiple $100s. You know, we're talking in the you know, we're talking in the hundreds range. I don't want to say right now because I'm not able to look at it, and I don't want to misquote it, but I did post it. But this is one of those things where, yeah, I want to make that much money. To make that much money requires me to do the independent contractor work that I so badly want to take, and not only take, but I want to call myself an independent contractor. Well, to do that, I need to be willing to deal with the client, this, that, and the other. And that's what a lot of people, I don't think, truly understand about independent contractorship, is that, you know, to be a true independent contractor, you deal with the client. You know, it's very nice that Curri lobbed me a client, but now it's my ball to run with. So that's how I see it. Smack that like if you haven't, boys and girls. Populate the algorithm, people. Or smack that dislike if you hate it. But yeah, what I'm gonna show you guys here today, I'm gonna actually record, hopefully on my GoPro, the other one. I've got my GoPro. I'm sorry guys, that's my display ride assistance, display ride. Check them out. Free dash cams, pay the monthly service, uploads to the cloud, real time. Somebody steals the dash cam, you're safe. But for the other ride for Curri, I'm going to be setting up my GoPro. I'm going to be putting it on my, I'll be putting it on, hopefully, my dashboard here. I've got a way, I'm hoping I can set this up. And then I'll just be releasing a video of, you know, maybe a 15-minute video of the breakdown of the trip, because it's going to be about 200 miles, so I'm not going to roll it for 6 hours or whatever. Even though it's a gorgeous ride, I'll pick some of the best stuff and put that one out for itself, but yeah. Let's see where we're going. Come on, truck. Semi almost killed me. Oh boy. Let's see where we at. I need my glasses. Weird. I don't know how many people wear glasses, but I seem to need them in the mornings and in the evenings brutally. Mornings too, and that's kind of new. But evenings happened a while ago where I just couldn't read signs that far off and stuff. But we going. Pulling some evasive maneuvering here that seems a little aggressive. Maybe not even evasive, just aggressive. Yeah, that's probably a better term. So I put out a short yesterday about what do you think personal dispatch system is. It's kind of leading to a discussion we're going to have next week with David Pickerel, Sergio, and Chris from the Rideshare Guy about that exact thing. But the funny thing is, you guys, go check it out. It's just a short, but Gary Middleton commented Maximo, and I love Gary, so I thought that was pretty funny. We're gonna go a little bit beyond, you know, that it, of course, Maximo is a personal dispatch system as well too, but we're going to go into how ParaWorks might tie into that a little bit, and how, you know, just within the app, and the apps you have connected, working at like trying to target the zones of pay, but allowing the ParaWorks portion to come in too, and throw you offers. So it's getting a little bit more really trying to want you to earn your money. And of course safety is an issue, but for that I will say, there's the Middleton apps right there. You want all of Gary'sApps.com, Flex Alert, Maximo, Driver Utility Helper. All of those are huge safety apps in my opinion, and also filtering apps for what you might not like, what you might like. But I consider them safety apps first and foremost. And when I started on YouTube, most of the, I was dealing with a lot of, on the audio podcast, I was dealing with a lot of political stuff and, let me see where we're going here, exit 4. A lot of political stuff and some other things, and safety was a big feature for me. That was a big thing I was trying to address, because I just, so many people weren't aware of anything. People were doing gig work, they didn't have a clue. Well, I can't pick up minors? What do you mean? What? Insurance? I don't have commercial or any kind of gig insurance. I just have, I don't even have insurance. I don't know what to tell you guys, but I've heard a lot of stories. But when I first came over here, I was shocked, a little bit appalled, not at the YouTubers, but at the community in general from the audio podcasts, that really a lot of people are doing this work with no clue that you really should look. You don't need to fully go out and start an S Corp and do all this and that and the other, but even the LLC I'll debate. It depends on your situation. However, you do need to look into this a little farther than the app just acknowledging you and saying, okay, well, come on board and start working. Look into it a little bit more, because they don't care. They just want the work done. So and especially those mainstream name brand apps that we all work, Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub. I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch, but if you work in those, look into it a little more, because don't think for a moment that they got your back. So smack that like, y'all. I see 5 of you in here, but I can't see any comments. So let's get that moving on up. Who knows? Maybe I'll see Tony or Lisa down here getting some coffee or something. I doubt it though, because I am going to, I think, an industrial area-ish. It is ish. I've been there before, but yeah. So, well, I see a couple people did it. Thank you very much. So, hopefully everybody's got a good day out there for themselves. I'm kind of the second trip today. I'm stoked about. It is going to be through a bit of weather, but the pay's great, and or the pay's good. I don't know if I should call it good or great. I need to start redefining my Curri mileage math, because within, if it's within the Denver city limits, so I live downtown, but I live north and a little bit east of Central. I'm like, I'm like 5 miles, 6 miles from the capital. So I am downtown, but so for me, the whole 25, 30 miles covers most of my Denver metro, and almost gets me up to Boulder too, but anything within those 30 miles, I have Curri math that I stick to. That's pretty this is how much pay I need, this and the other, and then when I'm doing the longer trips, I think I need to reevaluate that a bit, And I'm not talking about just because I might go snowboarding one day or do something while I'm up there in the mountains, but those mountain runs, the pay is still really good. You know, I don't know about you guys, but our gas prices are back down. They're not, I mean, they're not back down to where they should be, but right now, like, okay, I just looked right there at the gas station. That gas station is $3.10 a gallon. So that's down quite a bit. So to do, I mean, I don't know, leave in the comments so I can see, but if you had a 200-mile drive each way, okay, and it was $415, that, oops, $415 that you were gonna make for that 200 miles. So it's $1. It's just over $1 a mile. Dollar and like fractional change. You know, it'd be like $1.04 a mile or $1.05 a mile. Would you do that round trip? And I'm counting the miles both ways. So it's over $1 a mile for all 400 miles. Would you do that? Because I get some mixed answers. Like, you know, hey, that's a long way. I don't know. You know, I think I'm going to start doing it on the round trip miles, and I might adjust my tweaking down to $1 a mile when it is out of city. So, but then again, you learn things, you know, you learn things like, I would never go south. I don't go to Colorado Springs. And that, for me, if you live here in Colorado, I don't go to Colorado Springs because that whole trip is traffic, doesn't matter when you go. So if you go right now, if you go at noon, if you go at 2, when you hit Castle Rock leaving Denver, you get into traffic, and it's very slow. And then you go over Castle Rock and you start coming down towards Colorado Springs, and before you get to Colorado Springs, you hit the Air Force Academy and 2 other bases, and you hit traffic there, and then you get to Colorado Springs and there's always traffic. So it's like this night, it's like being in the city. It's like a 70-mile run of traffic, and the payouts never are worth it in my book. So I guess there's an example of, you know, I wouldn't do it because because I don't want to do that much, basically, just to make a little bit of money. But let's see, you're getting close. We're not that far, and the sun's coming up. So far, so good. No issues on the road. Oh yeah, the sun's gonna be beautiful. There we go. Oh, I went from a bunch of people watching to 0. Wonder if it's actually caught up or if everybody has left me to go work. But if anybody's still around, thank you for joining. And let me see, I don't even know if it's moving now. But this one is going to be the interesting one, though. The other one is 9 items, 9 pounds each. This one is a lot of paint. A lot of paint. So, we will see. We will see. Hey, Josh, I just saw you're here. On my end, I don't like using YouTube Studio. I don't know, I should always set this up from home with StreamYard and then just launch it through my phone, because I just don't like the YouTube Studio one. And I'm not getting a real read because it says 0 watching. So, how far am I? I'm about 8 miles out. And I got a beautiful sunset off to this side. You guys can't see it, but wow. When I stop, I'll give you guys a glimpse. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the YouTube counter does not work because I know Josh is here, and it still says 0. It does not like being correct at all. I guess. Who knows? Who knows? And now it shows 1. And that must be you, Josh. So Josh, I saw that you'd take it. You'd take the $400 or $415 for 203 miles each way. So 406 miles for $415. And I know there's a wear and tear factor, but it's highway miles. To be honest, we all in Colorado, I will tell you guys this. I get it, still in food delivery, when you're doing food delivery, you set different parameters, and those kind of might apply to all cities. However, in Colorado, we all drive a long way to do anything. That's just kind of what Colorado is. I mean, like, yeah, you might hang around your hood a little bit, and you might, you might do some delivery like that, and maybe you expand the parameter, but basically everybody in Denver lives about 30, it's always 30 minutes. And it's not like a LA 30 minutes, it's not like it's, in LA, I remember when I was married to my ex in LA, it's 30 minutes to it's a half hour to anywhere in LA. Doesn't matter if it's 2 miles or 40 or 20, it's always a half hour. Here in Denver, you're going to do 30, 35 miles. Let's say 30 miles just to be nice. But everything's a half hour away, always. It seems like it's always a half hour away. Like your friends all live here. So, it's just a big open space. I know that Denver's, our most populated town, and it's not as much, but it's still, holy shit, that guy. Yeah. So now I'm down in driven territory. I could have a driven spotting, we'll see. But I think I'm more likely to see a deer than see a driven. Especially this time of morning, we'll see. Maybe a van sighting, I don't know. But he doesn't really live over here either. He lives more on the other side of 25, going towards the mountains. Yeah, there's some crazy shapes in the sky right now, you guys. When I do stop, because most likely I'm going to be here as they open. I'm going to try and be their first person out so that I can go get this done and then go catch the other bigger job that I have for today. So. Not that this isn't a big job, all jobs count. This is a huge job. Any Curri job is a huge job to me because I take pride in it. And like I always tell you guys, Curri pays better than all the other apps, period. And if it doesn't, don't take it. But in my experience, in my market, which is all I can really talk about, except for I actually do talk to a lot of Curri drivers in every market all the time. So, and I have a couple groups that I'm in with Curri. So, yeah, I'm very familiar with other markets too. And there are some where the pay isn't as much as it is in Denver. However, what I've noticed is those markets are, so all the big markets is good pay, but in those markets, the cost of living is like 1/5 of what it is in Denver. And they're like smaller towns or rural towns and whatnot. So of course the pay is a little less. It's just what it is. But it's a supply and demand thing. However, I do think that with Curri, unlike most apps, the supply and demand actually pays you fairly. It's not like DoorDash or Uber, who can't turn a profit. Uber, in 13 years, Uber has not made a profit once, and they could have had a profitable one the last quarter, but they're pushing their earnings. I don't know. It's like, after that long, really, you guys aren't even going to claim it. But so here's my thing: they can't make a profit after 13 years. Curri's been making a profit since after their first year, and they treat their drivers well, and they pay well. So, and they're 100% transparent. Where you're picking up, where you're going, how far you are from the pickup when you get the order or the delivery offer, tells you how many in minutes, how far you are. I don't know what they use for, if it's Google Maps or what data they're using for that time, because sometimes it's a little off. But I know just is or whatnot. But I think with any app, we all can agree that after you do it so many times, you start recognizing, if you know your market especially, Let's see, I can't read these, you guys, but I did see Kevin's in here, and I saw something about $3. So Kevin, I'll ask you about my trip. Okay, would you do, if you didn't hear it, would you do 203 miles each way to drive 9 packages weighing 9 pounds each, so 81 pounds, 203 miles each way, and $415 payout? Would you do it? Now the gas prices are back down. I don't know if, I think they are across the country. I'm pretty sure they are, but I don't know much where or what when, but and when I say down, I don't mean they're low. I mean that gas prices got up to about $4 here, and right around, I think right around probably right after Halloweenish, started dropping decently, and now we're back down to about $3. So we're at about 75% of what the cost got up to and held at for a few months. So $4 was pretty common for a few months per gallon, and that sucked. But now we're back down to 75% of that. In the last 2 months, we've moved down to there, so it's... Now I'm definitely in the driven territory. I could see Tony or Lisa at any point. I am in their hood. I'm in their part of town. Do I catch little glimpses of some comments, you guys? I just saw another one that said gas. I think it was from Josh. Said gas is still high or something. It is, of course, but it's way more manageable than what it was. I'd much. I doubt anybody's going to debate me on this, but I'd much rather pay 75% of overpriced gas than the 100% I was paying. That's a no-brainer. I think it allows you to open up I think a lot of people were going back to delivery and things like that because of gas prices, to be honest. And I think that did not help with oversaturation. Now we got the holidays, so we might see oversaturation on even delivery platforms. Feel like it's not so much till come January. But come January, I'm a little bit concerned. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit concerned about where things are gonna go. I won't get into the political stuff because that's something I need to be at home to do. So I have all of my notes and paperwork and everything I've done, research, in front of me. But I've told you guys about some states that are making some changes. Those will happen as of January 1st, and they will be implemented on January 1st. This is not going to be a thing that, oh, hey, this happened in July, we're going to start it. Not at all. They're starting this in the states that are rolling out. They're started on the 1st. So it's it's a little worrisome, and I'm concerned, and I'll be doing something on it. I'm trying to get I'm going to try and get Mike Harubi and Kim Cavan to do a piece with me that we can talk about what actually, somewhere mid-December, which states actually are going and what to expect exactly for the changes in the gig economy. Now, they might tweak out a little bit after the new year, but I doubt it. They're pretty solidified at this point. Dude, use your lights in the morning, bro. Come on. But yeah, there's a lot of changes, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned that the oversaturation that always plays out during the holidays, because there's a lot of money to be made during the holidays. So the oversaturation of during the holidays, I'm afraid that you guys are going to see it hit, especially you delivery people. I've talked to a lot of people too. I have a not that you guys are going to get hit any harder on the rules and regulations in states where it's going into place, but I feel like the oversaturation might kill that market a bit. And me personally, and almost everybody I've talked to, agrees that let's see, how far am I? Okay, good. Agrees that January is the worst month of the year to work, gig work. I've always told people, if you're going to take a week or two off, do it in January. January is dead. I don't know. Maybe if you live in, I don't even know. I was going to say if you live in warmer climate or this, that, and the other, but really a lot of travel has ended. People don't. January is just a recoup month in my book. They want you to, or everybody's in a place of, I can't spend money, I can't have delivery, I'm going to need to get my own groceries. So I know that sounds pretty pathetic too. They should be able to get their own groceries, but okay, see this gas station down here, I should come down where the driven-ins are to get gas more often, because this gas station is $2.73. That's maybe the lowest I've seen here in Denver. Wow. But now also, guys, realize for the beautiful state we are, for some reason, we have 85 grade gasoline. So we have 85. What's up, Chris? We have 85, we have 87, and we have 91 grade gas. So we do have 85, and 85 is $2.73. So usually it's add 10 to 20 cents for the 87, which is what most states use. Most states don't allow 85, but we do for whatever reason. Oh, beautiful Colorado. And I'm 9 minutes early, and I am 4 minutes away. So let's see. Let's bet on if they're open. It's wintertime. Sherman-Williams in South Denver. My Sherman-Williams up near my house would absolutely be open, no question about it. But down here, I'm a little curious if they show up a few minutes late. We'll see. I'm just busting on them right now, because sometimes when the cold weather hits, at least up in the mountains, I shouldn't say this about Denver, I don't know why I do, but I know a lot of people live in the mountains too, but a lot of people in the mountains just kind of adjust their clocks a little bit, and it's like they might say that they open at 8, but they might open at 8:30 because it's cold out, and they'll tell you that's why. Like, oh, I thought it said you opened at 8. Yeah, it's really cold out this morning, so I just had a second cup of coffee before I came in. It's not even like I had to scrape my car out, or they don't have excuses. They don't lie. And I appreciate that too, but they just kind of say it how it is. So this is Southern Industrial Park, Colorado. Yeah, not really my thing, but there is a lot less congestion down here, even though I know that they have a lot of traffic down here too, but you do get a little more space. It's a little more ease moving around for a big city, but I prefer living downtown. I like it. I like the craziness of Colfax and the fun. So in a second here, I'll be able to see how we're doing, talk to you guys for a minute. I got a guy from Pace Contracting Incorporated next to me. He is erosion control, and he was smoking a bowl. Oh my gosh, I had to say that.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Well, thank you, Display Ride. Display Ride, people. Free camera. Free dash cam. Unlimited cloud upload. And if I push this button right here, you guys can't see it. I just pushed it. That's going to send me the last 3 minutes of my driving to my phone within 30 seconds. So, okay, we got a few people here. But they don't look open. However, I do see one in here. Yes. I see somebody walking around. Holy crap. So, I will be right back. Let me go. I want to go check on this order. Oh, shit. I need this phone. I don't know what'll happen if I close this window. I can't close it. I might have. Is it still there? Okay. So you guys just hang tight for a minute. I'm gonna go in here and see what is, and you're back.
Charging cable disconnected. Recording will stop after 2 minutes.
All right, you guys. I don't know if I can. Okay, I'm gonna mute the microphone here for just a minute because I'm dealing with this is a bigger location,
Charging cable connected.
and I'm dealing with a couple of trucks in the bay, and I got to go around them, and everybody seems to have morning attitude. So I'm just gonna mute this for a minute, but I'll leave it on. I'll unmute it when I. I'm back. What's up, Tony?
About 70.
Well, I got 2 more. I got it.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Hey, what's up, Rex? Got paint. I'm gonna have a 2-part day though. I'm going into the mountains too for a big delivery today. Well, we got that. Let's see. Two, four, four, five. Okay, this is where it gets weird because he even said that this is a new construction and it won't show on maps. So here's where I get to play map game. I start with Waze and I see if I can pull up, because he said the Curri address is wrong. So I see if I can pull up 24455 East Ohio. In Aurora, it does show. Okay. And he said it was near the other address that I did have. Okay, well, let's see. I sure hope this is the right one. Maybe I'm gonna go check. You guys stay tight now. What's up, guys? He said he thinks this is the right address. This is one of those things where it's a new construction. I said let's try this, and Tony, if you're still in here, I am right next to the Parker Racket Club. And if you haven't been this way in a while, there is a monster mega Sherman-Williams that just opened, or it's been open, but now it only feeds new construction feeds. And there's like 10 courier cars here right now, not just Curri, like all kinds of stuff going out. So Did you just say it's 10 degrees out here? It was 25 when I started. It's about 39 degrees right now. It's not real bad. But where I'm going later today, up in the mountains, will be very chilly. I'm gonna do one thing before I start here, guys. Flip my seats back up because I thought I had a little more, but so this is where with Curri you gotta know the area, because as he even said, that's probably as close as of a pin drop as you're gonna get to the area. And he even said it's a new construction. He said, but you know, the address we won't find. Sometimes it's on a thing of wood. You know, you might find it on the house if somebody labeled it, but you know, there's not gonna be a garage door, but I need to drop it off in the garage. So, and I don't think there's gonna be any staff there on site, so it's gonna be just me. Smack that like, y'all. Okay. So now I'm going to Aurora, to some new development in Aurora. I don't know if it's a southern Aurora, like South Aurora, because well, I'm just new construction. I can't think of where else it might be. And I am 15 miles away. So Tony, if you're in here, hey, what's up, Hannibal? I just saw that. How you doing? Tony, if you're in here, I'm at Lincoln and 20 Mile Road. So I know it's more industrial, but I don't know how far I am from you guys, but I think I'm not that far. Well, I can't be that far. I'm in Parker, so. But yeah, this double Curri whammy. So hopefully all goes right, and this could be like a $500 day, and I could be home by 4, potentially. Oh, and it's 7 a.m. here now, so. Let's see. So I know as we were rolling up there, I was telling you guys that I had a little feeling about the New Year's. You know, I feel like we're in that great time right now. Like I've told everybody, I'm gonna say it again, even though I just said it not too long back. But you know, if you ever get a chance as a gig worker to take a vacation, take it in January. You know, in a perfect world, if you can take a 2-week vacation, take it the middle 2 weeks of January. I've been doing gig work since 2015, and it doesn't matter what platform you work. Those weeks suck. They suck. So, you know, even if it's personal time, if you can't afford the vacation, but you can take a little time for yourself to relax. Don't stress January. You know, I try and, you know, I know that with the holidays right now, we all save up, we get gifts, we do this and that, we make arrangements for the holidays and all this, and then we get through them and we think, oh, we did great. But it's important to put a little money away even during the holiday season if you can, because if that buys you even 4 or 5 days off in a row that you never ever do for yourself in January, I would say do that, because especially, again, I'm going to say it, especially delivery people, I'm very concerned about the new year with some of the state changes.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Thanks, Display Ride. But yeah, so if oh shit, I was supposed to get like. But yeah, so delivery especially, you know, not just in the states where changes are being made, which is a lot of states, guys, a lot. But in the other states, the oversaturation, the fact that I don't think a pay increase is coming, you know, I'm just being honest here. I just don't think that January is going to look very pretty for a lot of gig workers. So get on other apps, multi-app. But get on other apps. It is crucial. It doesn't have to be Curri, but I would highly suggest Curri if you haven't already. You know, sign up, and if your market puts you on a wait list, it puts you on a wait list. If it doesn't, kudos, man. And if it doesn't and they don't have work for you yet, don't delete the app. Keep it on. It means that you're one of the first few in the area. And you will be getting orders, guys. Everybody that said to me that that, you know, it's, you know, in my market I can't get any Curris, well, you know, just realize you're one of the few who's on the platform. And when the orders do start coming through, all it takes is one client. It's not like other apps. All it takes is Curri to land one client and in your area, and all of it. I mean, if it's a Sherwin-Williams, boom, bank. That's what I'm doing right now. And I don't know what my second run today is. I know it's not Sherman. If it is Sherwin-Williams, I'm gonna be very surprised, because it's 9 items for £9 each, and that's just not that paint usually is. It's at 9 items, 9s each. Pay is big, you know. That one's 203, again, for those of you that missed it, 203 miles each way into the mountains for $415. So $1 a mile for round trip, $1 a mile plus change. And yeah, I saw Gary Middleton in the house. What up, Gary? I plugged you earlier, by the way, bro. Yeah, so yeah, I agree with you, Gary. But however, the paint can be put into cars too, you guys. So don't be thrown off. Sign up, you know, because paint is especially locally, you're gonna get a lot of paint runs. So, which is another thing that's pretty cool. This one, unlike the Leedsdale one by my house, that's Sherwin-Williams, they have, you know, I've told you before when I go there that they have these girls that work there on the weekends or you know, often in the mornings, who can't really, they just look at me like, can you load it all? Like today I loaded it all too, you know. I'm not gonna complain about that, but they don't have, these paints have GPS tracking on them. The guy's like, I'll know if you get to the right place. And then I showed him the map, because I pulled up Apple Maps, Waze, all of it, and I was like, you know, I'm showing a couple different locations. Which one? He's like, go with that one. So he said, go with that one. And I'm going with that one, which is usually Apple Maps. Apple Maps is the best, hands down. Blows Google Maps and Waze. I like Waze, but it blows Google Maps and Waze away because when it comes to new developments. I don't know why, but Google Maps and Waze suck at new developments. But Apple Maps is awesome. Usually gets it spot on. But yeah, so this would be awesome if everything goes as planned today. I'm looking at potentially just shy of a $500 day, and should be home and done by 5 o'clock at the latest. And that's actually if I stop and have lunch with a friend in Summit County on the way back. So that's about a half hour of just me. I wouldn't go ride. I'm not gonna ride today, but I might just meet up with a friend up there, have lunch. But I'm 6.8 miles away. Tony, if you're still here, that location is super dope, dude. I was there when they were building it, or when it was just built, and they didn't have. They must have acquired another area behind it, because that's a new Sherman-Williams, and they didn't have that whole. I mean, it's as big as a Home Depot now. It's huge. You know, I'm used to the one on Leedsdale. That's kind of like Leedsdale must get their paint from here. I don't know. Exit 16. Okay, so exit 16, Jewel. Tony, where am I going? I'm on 470 going north, and I'm going to exit Jewel. I know that's Aurora, but where's that gonna be? It's new development, he said. Interesting. Space Force, is it really? Okay. Oh, so it's new housing for Space Force. Gotcha. Space Force Chief over. Yeah, there was another courier there with a dolly who was like, "Hey, you want this dolly?" And I was like, "No, I'll just carry them out." And I carried the first couple out, and then on the third one, I almost slipped on some ice. And definitely would have just destroyed myself, because it was like that black ice on the cement. It was awful. But I wear boots, so I got some good sole. Okay, so that's 60 minutes now. I should have took to be honest, I do use the dollies when I need them, but to only have to load in what I did, I don't want the dolly, because the dolly, I could just as well slip with the dolly, and end up in some tweaked out position too, so I don't actually know that the dolly would have helped me, because if the dolly would have hit the ice before me, I actually might have gone into a worse predicament, fallen, had a double chance of falling, who knows. But it says 61 minutes on this now from the time I left my driveway I am 10 minutes away, and this is going to, I think this had a payout of $58 or $62 or something like that. I'm gonna have to look when we stop. And then I'm not far from home at all, but I am not gonna have time to go home because I gotta go pick up my next Curri run, which is going to Eagle Vale. And that one I brought my GoPro today, so I'm just gonna record that one and edit it into a video, 15-20 minute video, so that one won't be live. In fact, I got a couple other business calls that I need to make for personal stuff, and some other calls I'm going to catch up on, since I'm going to be in the car for about 6 hours on that run. But again, I'm going to put about total, like 400 and maybe 40 miles on the car today, and hopefully make around, this could be a $500 day, so. Thanks, Display Ride. Every time it does that, I want to give them a thanks. Thanks, Display Ride. Display Ride. Free camera. Feels a little flimsy. However, it has always been good to me. It's in real time. So if you need the footage sent to your phone, you can do that. If somebody would steal this camera or break it or anything, everything up until that point would be recorded. Okay, guys, I'm going to Space Force, as Tony said. I see the golf balls. Oh, now I get it. I see what's happening. Okay, that's why I was confused, Tony, because this thing's we're going east of 470. So it's like that farmland and stuff. And when we get to the location, I will say the amount. I'll make sure to say the amount that I made. Time from my house this morning as a first run. Always nice to have a scheduled run in the morning. And then I'm only about 15 minutes from the pickup location that I need to go to. I need to get back on 470.